He was very serious. No jokes and no nothing. And when he had to take NG again, he was very mad. Swearing. Like
Do you think that this is caused by the things he has been eating, or caused by the pressure of the film, or physically he was losing health and losing his temper?
I think it's physical. Because, well, he usually got a happy life. He's so free, happy life. And suddenly he come up his high temper. I'm sure that he's physically have something to do with that. Oh, I remember one thing too. And he told me that he got that was not on that scene when we were in the restaurant. He said he got a tumor inside his head. He said after we finished this film in sometime October, I have to go to the States and have an operation. But don't tell anyone. We go together. That's what I heard.
Did he say he wanted to go to check up, or he wanted to go for operation?
No, they already checked up on the operation. And because he said now everybody, he's well known that time. So every movement have to be very careful, especially on his physical part. He wanted to show himself strong. He don't want to show people that he's something wrong or weak.
When you were in the restaurants privately, did he ever talk to you about bad eating pain?
because I was busy on something, on other work, see, and the coffin part, I didn't even know where they got the coffin. I was busy on the documentary, and even in Hong Kong, I had to run around and shoot some newsroom on the funeral.
I heard there was something happened about the coffin that was either water dripping down or leaking or things like that. Was it true?
That's some rumors. When I reached Seattle, and when I was staying, I forgot what hotel I was staying at, a small little hotel, very nice. And next day, some of the press come over and asked me lots of questions. And they asked me one question. I was surprised. I was laughing. He says, somebody says Bruce Lee is still alive. He was kicked out from the coffin.
You mean,
is it true or not true?
you mean they asked you that they thought that Bruce Lee was still alive and kicked the coffin and came out?
Yes. And I said, how can we get this story? Well, because they said, when they said, they found out there's some news about the coffin leaking. Some chemical was split out outside the coffin. And then I think they went to interview all people, and suddenly they sent a cable back to Hong Kong, asked about this question. And some people just used this as a rumor. They said, oh, this leaking must be Bruce Lee still alive and kicked out the coffin.
So to your knowledge, do you know that was there any leaking or chemical?
Yeah, that's possible. Because when I was shooting the picture when they're getting out from the plane, and it's a little wet, some part. Because the Northwest Airline, we was at the Northwest Airline, we fly over 10,000. The pressure was quite, even your phantom plane sometimes would get.
Could it be also because of the difference in temperature, the condensation of the moist on the blanket, and then when it comes down to the ground, then it becomes wet?
Well,
not really a leaking.
that I cannot say, because when I received, Morgan and I, we signed for this paper. We don't even get to touch this coffin. And Morgan was taking care of the rest of the part. And I was just following up and writing new, taking notes and making pictures.
And okay, during the funeral in Seattle, were there a lot of his students attending?
Yeah, and in the funeral, quite a big funeral, lots of people. I don't even. Well, I was so busy shooting my 16mm camera, and in the same time I have to shoot some stills, and I've been running around. I didn't even recognize Bruce Lee. Okay, but the only thing after that, Morgan and myself, we went to all the places where his former teachers